It's a very low-key build-up to this summer's campaign. Carlow, for their part, had 2 outings already in Leinster, both against Wicklow. So, after getting through that test, could they make any further progress? The commentary is by Gary McDonough.
Glenn Ryan, Kildare's Mr. Consistency, made his debut in the Leinster Championship 10 years ago and will wonder, like all Kildare followers, if this is to be their year. Martin Ryan returns to the full-back berth for the Lilywhites, and his Moorfield club mate Kenny Dwan makes his championship debut in the half-back line. Ronan Sweeney partners Willie McCreary at midfield, while Patsy Murray also plays in the championship for the first time today. Carlow Dwyer and Pádraig Brennan will be expected to provide the firepower. Carlow centre-back Joe Byrne scored the winning point in injury time against Wicklow a fortnight ago, thus giving them a trip to Croke Park for the first time since 1996. There are no changes to the Carlow back unit, where goalkeeper Pádraig McGrath has been like a rock so far, ably assisted by John Hickey and Val Fleming. Alan Bowe starts in midfield, while up front James Hickey comes in for Pat Nolan, and Willie Quinlan and Johnny Nevin will cause problems for the Kildare half-back line. So a big day for an awful lot of these Carlow players. First time they've played in Croke Park here against Kildare today. Kildare, plenty of experience at this level, but we'll see what happens. Carlow have the first free, and it's won by their full forward and captain, Mark Carpenter. Willie Quinlan takes it quickly. Long ball across the area from Johnny Kavanagh. That's a superb catch and kick by Brian Kelly, but unfortunately for the Palatine corner forward, the ball has gone left and wide. It's well taken by Johnny Doyle. Carl Dwyer. Well, he was looking for the crossfield pass, but it was well spotted by Johnny Nevin. Carlow come down the field again. Great play by Mark Carpenter. He's making his way through, and he's pulled to the ground, and Carlow captain Mark Carpenter wins his team their second free of the match, and surely they will be first on the scoreboard. And Willie Quinlan has put Carlow on the scoreboard. They take the lead after nearly 2 minutes of play. Christy Byrne, one of the most experienced keepers in the game today. His kick-out finds Carl Dwyer. A very good ball by Carl Dwyer, looking for Brian Murphy. A chance for the pull forward, and it's a great save by Pádraig McGrath. Well, McGrath had a superb game against Wicklow 2 weeks ago, and he's laid down a stall early today. Carl Dwyer spotted Brian Murphy free on the edge of the square. A fantastic pass in. Murphy turned, but Pádraig McGrath saved well. So what can Carlow Dwyer do with this first effort? Well, he hasn't kicked it too well, and that's gone to the left and gone wide. Well, slack passing, not very good though. Dermot Early with a chance for Kildare. A good hand pass in, and a foul on Johnny Doyle. And this should be Kildare's equalising score. Well, Pádraig Brennan taps it over the bar, and Kildare have drawn level. 1 point apiece. Carlow have brought James Hickey out from the full forward line as a third midfielder, hoping to disrupt the Kildare men, but there's some very good players in that Kildare midfield. However, this attack half breaks down. Good ball in to Carlow Dwyer. Seeing not an awful lot of ball in these opening minutes. A lot of space here for Dermot Early, and that's a beautiful kick by the wing forward Dermot Early, and Kildare move into the lead. And the break eventually won by Willie Quinlan. Johnny Kavanagh. Well taken by Brian Kelly. Well, that's a good ball into Quinlan. There's a goal chance here for Carlow. And Willie Quinlan's effort has been saved superbly by Christy Byrne, but real danger in the Kildare full back line. Glenn Ryan. Must be taken by Pádraig Brennan. And Pádraig Brennan still on the move. And eventually there's a foul. And another chance for Kildare to go 3 points into the lead. So Pádraig Brennan, who scored Kildare's opening point of this match, has added another one with an accurate free. And Kildare lead by 4 points to 1. Good pass to Stephen O'Brien. Chance for the wing back, and that's a fantastic kick by the Carlow right half back, Stephen O'Brien. He scored a goal in the first round against Wicklow from the same position, and now Carlow are only 2 points behind Kildare. Well, it was Johnny Kavanagh who spotted him free out on the right hand side. He took one look at the post and let fly, and that's a very true kick. Very good ball. Ronan Sweeney with a chance now for Kildare, and that's a lovely point. Kildare lead by 6 points to 3. Moving east forward nicely, Willie Quinlan. He's battled hard. But still Willie Quinlan. He's ran around 30 yards of that ball. This is Mark Carpenter. Well, the turn didn't help him, and he wasn't able to get any elevation into the ball. Well, very sloppy play there. Another chance maybe for Carlow to score a point. And it's gone over the bar. And Stephen O'Brien has scored his second point of the match. And now there's only 2 between them. Well, Willie McCreary and Brian Murphy left for each other. And eventually, it's into as far as Willie McCreary again. Good ball to Rainbow this time. Anthony Rainbow doesn't miss from there. And it's double scores in Croke Park. Dermot Early once more, as has been the case so often in the first half from kickouts, and a chance for Rainbow of his second point of the match, and he takes it with a plug. Anthony Rainbow, the prison officer, 11 points to 5, Kildare lead. It's well gathered by Carpenter. That's a great effort, and that's an absolutely superb point by Carlow full forward and captain Mark Carpenter. And it's 11 points to 6 for Kildare, but that was a superb point. And the second half gets underway with no changes on either side. And Ronan Sweeney comes forward for Kildare, playing into the canal end in the second half, and a chance straight away for Sweeney. And that's his third point of the match after only 13 seconds of the second half. Ronan Sweeney, Kildare lead by 12 points to 6. Well, he scored 3 very good points from midfield today. Willie McCreary once more, as so often the case, passing the final ball, and a good point. Here he is again. So if Carlow could sneak a goal, they have a very interesting second half. Here's the chance for them. Must be for Kavanagh. And he took too long over it. And eventually the ball has got out for a 45-metre kick. And really, there should have been a goal for Carlow there. Great play by corner forward Brian Kelly, giving it to Johnny Kavanagh. And Rainbow and Christy Byrne between them blocked the ball. Sean Kavanagh with the 45. Dropping it in under the square. And the ball has come back on the post. And it's a goal! It's a goal for Willie Quinlan. And Carlow are back in the match. 12 points to 1-7. There's only 2 between them. Well, Sean Kavanagh took the 45. It was Dermot Earley who lost it inside there. The ball came back off the post and Johnny Kavanagh. Willie Quinlan buried it. And Norman Sweeney, good challenge, but it's a very good shoulder on Johnny Doyle. He definitely felt that. And the referee, Mr. Convery, will have to throw this ball in. But a great start to the second half by the Carlow men. They really come back into the game. That goal has opened things up totally. And a foul on Dermot Earley. It's not really fair throwing the ball in between Dermot Earley and somebody else, because he's really good at winning possession. Glenn Ryan. Brian Murphy has it. Oh, and he just wasn't able to control the ball, and eventually it goes wide. So Stephen O'Brien down injured on the Carlow team. Scorer of 2 very good points in the first half. So something must have happened off the ball. And Willie McCreary has been sent to the line. Kildare down to 14 men, and there's only 2 points between them. Is there a shock on the cards? It all started here, really. Himself and Stephen O'Brien in the right of your picture there had a bit of a wrestling match going on, and if you just keep an eye on them, and a bit of a shoulder and a few elbows are flying, and the ball was kicked downfield by Kildare. Glenn Ryan pumped the ball in, but then just in the middle of your frame, a little trip there by O'Brien on Willie McCreary, and they just kept at each other all the way down the pitch until an elbow went in for McCreary. O'Brien went down, and that's why he was sent off. Still McGrath, and he slides in and gets the ball out to Morgan Dre. Chance for Quinlan, and the ball has gone over the bar again. Carlow are really putting on a fight in this game. That's 1-4 now for Willie Quinlan, and there's only the minimum between them. Carlow Dwyer, good ball across. Chance of a score for Brennan, and he really is the forward on form today for Kildare. Pádraig Brennan scores his 7th of the match, Kildare 16th. They lead by 4. But Carlow lose the ball going forward, and here come Kildare once more, but they've given it away. Mark Carpenter has come out to receive a bit of ball. That's a good ball in. There's a chance for Kavanagh, and it's gone over the bar. And Carlow, bit by bit, coming back into it again. Sean Kavanagh with that point, and the gap is just 3 once more. Loads of space inside now here for Early. Will he take his point? Underhits the ball, and it's dropped by the goalkeeper, who redeems himself with a good save. Well, Pádraig McGrath made a mistake, but Carlow Dwyer wasn't able to finish it. And maybe a chance still for Johnny Doyle, and he puts it between the posts. And Johnny Doyle has scored his 2nd of the match, 19 points to 111. Nice turn by Johnny Doyle, taking on John Hickey. Cuts inside of the left-hand side. Well, has the chance gone? Well, it's very left, but it still hasn't gone out of play. And eventually, the effort by Wright goes wide. And Michael Convery has blown the final whistle to put an end to an entertaining second half. Carlow looked out of it at half-time, but came back to within 1 point of Kildare. But Kildare finished the stronger and ran out easy enough winners in the end. The final score, Kildare 19 points, Carlow 111. That game was a bit tougher than you maybe thought beforehand.
I think so. In the second half there, when they got the goal, they were back within 2 points and Willie was sent off, you know, so we were under big pressure at that stage. But I think the introduction of Martin Lynch and Niall Buckley made a big difference. They kind of steadied things down a bit, and we got a few scores, which in the last 15-20 minutes was kind of settled the team a fair bit, you know. But in fairness to Carlow, they really put it up just in the second half, and I think it was the best game, or the best preparation we could have got for the next round anyway, you know.
A very good effort by Carlow, but in the end, Kildare finished the stronger.
Yeah. They clocked up, I think, 4 or 5 unanswered points there in the last, say, 10 minutes or so, and I don't think it's not that we ran out of steam, but just I think we had a vital time in the middle of the second half where we were on top, and we didn't take our chances. I mean, we'd 2 or 3 2-on-1 chances, and the final pass went astray each time, which is disappointing, you know.
I mean, from here on in, I suppose it's not good really. No one wants to hear about the back door unless it happens, you know. So we're trying to win every game as best we can and work on from there then.
Yeah, not very much between the teams in either match at Croke Park this afternoon, but in the end, the results working out, I suppose, as most people would have expected. Pat Spillane, there was that interesting comparison in the 2 games, quite tight, player sent-off for the teams that then decided to buck themselves up and go on to win.
Yes, actually 2 players can feel harshly done by tonight, David Mitchell and Westmeath, and I think Willie McCreary there was quite harmless and probably not a sending-off offence. Fair play to Carlow, very plucky performance. Underdogs really put it up to them, could have got a few goal chances, and certainly Micko will be worried with some of the loose marking in his full back line. And Willie Quinlan, gee, pound for pound, I mean, we talk about size of being very important in Gaelic football, but pound for pound, he's the best small footballer playing the game. But you must remember that coming into this game, Carlow had played 2 games, albeit against moderate opposition in Wexford, but it means a lot to have competitive games. This is the first really competitive game that Kildare have had in the Championship. It's the first competitive game that this particular team has had, because he's played an under-strength team all throughout the league. So Micko will be quite happy. I mean, he's got Lynch and Buckley now back from their foreign holidays. They came on with a few minutes. They'll certainly get fitter, and certainly they're going to have one hell of a battle against Meath. They have the fitness, they have the physique, dodgy full back line. But with fitness and physique, and you have the ball for 80% of the time, you know, the opposition haven't got the ball and they're going to find it hard to score.
Let's have a look at that Carlow goal, because that points out some of the defensive weaknesses, if it does, in a way, because it was kind of a confusing sort of an effort in the end.
It was a messy sort of goal, really. I mean, in this circumstances, it should be the full back or the goalie's ball, and instead it was Dermot Early that went up for the ball, dropped it, should have been scored there, and Willie Quinlan snapped it up. Like I said, it showed all through that they were dodgy, they were unsure under the high ball, and, like, you know, a player of Dermot Early's calibre should not be dropping a ball like that. But fair play, I mean, that's the sign of a good forward, good marksman, being alert, looking out for breaks. So it'll be looking forward to a very, very interesting battle with Meath. I've met Micko several times over the last couple of weeks, and Micko is cute at the best of times, but I find he's very, very, very optimistic about Kildare's chances this year, and when we've seen what's around, they're as good as what's there.
He'll love you for pointing that out here on the Sunday game tonight. Joe Briley, let's look at the other match,